Welcome to Ringtech. This video tutorial will cover the programming of rings using the Ringtech V6 software. To start, select Edit and you're given a list of programs. In this particular instance we're going to say Test 1. Enter. F1 is Edit, F6 is User. The User channel is where all of the program functions are located for on-screen programming. We have two main choices, Outside Profile and Inside Profile. We're going to look at Outside Profiles today. Select Outside Profile. The initial selection screen shows 6 choices: Domed Profiles, Radius Edge Profiles, Basic Profiles, Flat Edge Profiles, and 2-piece shells. We have an additional Custom Profiles button if we need more designs in the future. We're going to scroll through these and take a look at the choices. F1, Domed Profiles. The initial profile is a simple domed profile. All it is a curve on the outside. It can have any inside profile. F2 is a bullnose. This profile has the ability to have a radius on both edges. Again, any bore can be produced with this profile. The third choice, the flat edge profile, is a dome center with a flat edge where the flat moves directly into the dome. F4 is a concave center design. F5 is a concave center with a raised flat, and F6 is a concave center with a dome radius in the center. We can go back and look at the radius edge profiles, F2. This shows a standard single Milgrain dome ring, a single mil knife edge ring, a 2 Milgrain dome ring, a 2 Milgrain knife edge, a radius edge with a flat center, and a radius edge with a dome center. We can go back and select F3, Basic Profiles. We have a knife edge selection, an angled edge, a domed edge, a flat top or blank, a multi-arc or hooped ring, and a program for producing washers. We go back from there and we have the flat edge selection, F4. These are a flat edge with a flat top, an angled edge with a flat top, a domed center with a flat edge and the dome center is slightly raised, or a dome with an angle on the side of the dome. And finally, the 2-piece shells. We have an equal width shell, a full width shell that's stepped, and a threaded shell for interchangeable center rings. Go back from there, and we'll start with a ring that has a level of complexity to it, radius edge profile. It's a very common ring, a 1 Milgrain. The first screen that you met with after selecting the ring is how do you want to machine the ring, and we have a number of different choices for machining strategies. It can be a single pass with a large radius insert, a single pass with a small radius insert. It can be 2 passes with the large radius insert, 2 passes with a small radius insert. It can be a roughing cycle with a large radius insert, a roughing cycle with a small radius insert, or you can rough with one tool and finish with a second tool. And then we have the final option, which is for 2-piece rings and threaded rings and specialty rings that allow a different profile tool to profile the design. Typically we use either a large radius 2-pass or a small radius 2-pass, so we'll select that. The machining strategy can be changed within the program after this program is generated. For demonstration purposes, this shows the number of choices you can have. You can select a ring size in US sizes, UK sizes, Asian sizes, a millimeter direct size, or a circumference. Each one will select and enter the data for the ring size. In this particular instance, US ring size. Ring size 0 through 18. In reality, any ring size. So let's try 11.25. Enter. It displays the ring size in this location. The next question is ring width. Here. Enter the ring width in millimeters. It is recommended to add 0.1 millimeter for a polishing allowance. Each question will have a banner that prompts you for information on what exactly the software is looking for. So the ring width in this particular instance, it's already defaulted to 8.12, so we'll accept that value. The next question is the ring thickness, C, the depth from the bore to the outside of the ring. We show the bore as a dotted line on the ring, as when you select the interior profile, it will modify suiting whatever choice you make. In this particular instance, it's 2.25, we can accept that. Now we're looking for the edge thickness. The message, enter the edge thickness of the ring in millimeters. The edge thickness cannot exceed the ring thickness. In this particular instance, the ring thickness is 2.25 and the edge thickness is going to be 1.8. If we wanted to change that, we can say 1.85 and it shows up on screen. Now it's looking for the radius on the edge. Enter the Milgrain radius in millimeters, and it gives you different choices for different types of Milgrain. In this particular instance, we'll enter 0.33. Now it's asking for a Milgrain angle. The Milgrain angle is the angle that the arc will move around its center point. The further you move the arc, the more pronounced the dome. The less that you move the arc, the dome will be flatter. A very common angle is 165 degrees, and that's what we're going to accept. Now you have a choice. Do you want a Milgrain or no Milgrain? If you select Milgrain, F1, for a Milgrain operation, foam grooving places the Milgrain in the center. Milgrain rings use the center of the edge radiuses. So in this particular instance, we'll say, yeah, Milgrain. Now it's asking for the Milgrain tool position. On the turret machines, you can have the Milgrain positions in many different choices, anywhere between 30 through 36. In this particular instance, it's set for 32, so we'll accept that. Now we're working on the bore selection. Again, any profile can have any bore. We have comfort fit, modified comfort fit, flat chamfered or flat radiused, angled edge, reverse arc and reverse flat. We're going to choose comfort fit. As you can see now, it shows the comfort fit profile, and it's asking for the comfort fit radius. In the past, we've had different clients request different ways. What we've tried to do is accommodate both choices. You can enter a radius value if you know the radius value, or you can enter a percentage of the width. The greater the percent, the smaller the radius, or more pronounced the radius. We're going to enter a radius value, in this particular instance, of 15 millimeters. Now it's asking, do you want a chamfer or a radius on the inside edges of the ring? We're going to select radius. And it's asking for the edge break amount. We're going to let it be 0.35. And it shows you can go from 0.25 to 1.25. You can actually go from 0.005 millimeters, and realistically the max is about 1.1. Now, the final question, number of rings. In this particular instance, we're only going to make one ring. Press enter and it prompts you for your next screen. Do you want to add grooving? Do you want to add drilling? Do you want to add a mill design? Do you want to add stone milling? Do you want to do facet milling? Do you want to add an external CAD/CAM program? In this particular instance, for simplicity, we're going to say end program. If you do not select one of these choices, you have to press end program a second time. Now the program has been generated. You press escape and then page up, and this is the program with a message. Single Milgrain. It tells you what the subroutine number is. You can see cutting strategy, ring size, ring width, ring thickness, edge thickness, Milgrain radius, Milgrain angle, Milgrain yes or no, which tool to Milgrain with, what the type of bore is, what the comfort fit radius is, whether it is an edge break radius or chamfer, and the size of that chamfer. Then finally the number of rings. This code is the code that actually executes the program and generates the shape of the ring. After the program has been generated, it's possible to check it in graphics mode. Pressing graphics key, then graphics, clear screen, you can run the graphics. There's a tool path with 2 passes, the inside profile, and the face and cutoff. You can zoom this. And you can see the radiuses on the inside profile and the Milgrain shape on the outside profile. One of the biggest questions we're asked is how flexible is the system? Let's go to P program. And all we're going to do is change the Milgrain radius to 0.5. Graphics, graphics, full screen. You can see the larger radius. Right now we have a ring thickness of 2.25 and an edge thickness of 1.85. If we make the edge thickness equal the ring thickness, the ring size always stays the same. It's the dimensions within the shape that change. If we like that particular profile, but want to make it in a 6mm width, change to 6mm. Profile is automatically generated in a 6mm width with one change in the code. This concludes the demonstration of the basics of how to produce a ring program on an RTL 4000 or 2000 with the Ring software.